I'm Rod Duff, your host.
And I'm producer Barbie.
And together,
we bring you our podcast,
Nsights Straight Talk. And with that, producer Barbie and I are out.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm co-host of Nsights Straight Talk, and this is my grandpa.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Hey, sorry, I was going to mess with you, Emma. I saw that look on your face like, uh-oh, you blacked out. So I was just doing my little fun stuff. As I told you, we've been talking about, or people have been asking on some of the other shows, what it's like out here in the wilds of Middle America, doing the show, and what's the adjustment? Because I mean, you and I both have always lived in big cities. Now I'm living in a town of 2,200. Went and checked out a couple of the ministries around town, and that was fun. But look here's this, you guys are gonna like. Listen to this. It's crazy. And this was just a random one. It's been going on all morning. And you'll know what I mean in just a second. Listen to what I got for you here. A little bit of the sound there. There wasn't much. Wait for it. Lightning. Oh, this ought to be a pretty good sound. Let's see how deep this one is. Yeah, right, Emma? I saw that face. That's my house. That's out in front of my house right there. See it?
It's beautiful.
The rain was incredible. Oh. All right. So I thought I'd start it off that way. I mean, what the heck? A little bit more about the new place. I'm closer to you, Emma, and I'm closer to Maddie.
How far away are you from me?
9. I'm only 9 hours now. I was 29. So straight through now, I'm only 9 hours. So that's good. We're going to be
so
working
are you coming
on that.
out?
Let's start planning it. I'm ready. You're going back to school in, is it 2 weeks or 1 week from now?
A week.
A week? So what I'll do is I'll plan something where you've got, I'm sure, a 3-day weekend or something coming up. I'll plan one of those days. I'll bring the dogs over and I'll just stay with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy trip now. Before it used to take me like 3 days. Now I could literally do it overnight if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Maybe stop in Joshua Tree and hang out for a minute or whatever, and then come on in because we got to do some driving, girl.
You need to put me on the insurance to that car.
I know.
So
we got to get all that. We got to get all that dialed in.
But if you come and I'm not like insured on the car, I can drive. I can drive then.
Yes, that is correct. That's why I want to do it. And then we've got to get all that stuff dialed in. It's just really complicated with California. You know how California is.
Yeah.
So
I might be getting my license in June.
Really? Do you know a date yet?
No.
Yeah, because that's earlier, isn't it?
Yeah, we had one for like October 14th, but then when I went with my driver lady, she was like, "Oh, you're like eligible August," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I might do it August so I'm able to drive myself to school.
It's very cool. That's very cool. Well, by then we should be dialed in. As you know, we've had a few changes in people and what they're doing and so forth. So now it's kind of like a lot more activity. Got to probably pull your P's in to help me do a little investigation on what the process is that's needed.
Yeah.
So like today, what do you think is a good topic? I know you already said you weren't going to do this. So here's my hand. Take my hand. I think fashion. Yep, there you go. I think fashion would be a good one there.
Your hand's on the wrong side. I
know. I was afraid you'd catch that. I was being lazy. What do you think? What do you think's a good topic to just kind of start talking about today? There's so many things, as far as like what you're doing, dealing with fashion day in and day out. It's 16 years old, which is great. You love it. But there's also an aspect of what kind of pressure does that, that happen? And we touched on this last week, but let's start where we started, or we're kind of ending some things. and let's roll on and see what happens. Remember, we gotta bring some topics out that people really need to know about, right, Emma?
I don't know if it puts any pressure on me because I like getting ready and I like doing all that.
Yes.
It's fun for me, but other people might like intimidated by certain people or feel pressured to dress a certain type of way or do certain things. But
Yeah, and I think trends have always been, part of our lives, as far as clothing and all that,
yeah,
right? But I don't think it's ever been to the level with social media where people are like literally bullying each other online. Is all that still a real thing? Or I remember that's been around.
I think people are still bullying each other online. I think it's always gonna happen. It's social
Yeah,
media.
that makes sense. I wonder how we get past that. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, and something I've alluded to with the school systems. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me ask you a question. Tell me no, not a question, but let me give you an idea that I've been kind of starting to want to figure out how to kick off and go in. I've found out about some educational systems here locally. I think with a smaller government, I might have a chance to get some of the traction tread on this. But I've talked to several teaching people, credentialed people, and they're really hot on the idea. But from somebody who would be a direct, well, we all would be, and I'll tell you
I'm
what I
still
mean by that.
listening. I just
Huh?
need to let my cat out.
All right, go listen. Go get your cat out. So, folks, this is the thing I've alluded, or I haven't alluded. I've talked to you about in the past. It's a program that I think is very, very, very important in the development of all Americans and all people. So we talk about the educational system, and Emma, as we were talking a couple of times, and what I've talked a lot about on this show is adding to the educational system. I know you want to hear that. Adding to the educational system. Oh, great. My grandpa wants to put more classes on there. What the hell is that all about? I thought he liked me. Not quite like that. But hear me out on this, because it's right now we're at a situation where they're tearing down. And I don't know if you know this, Emma, but the way that the educational system runs today is illegal in our country. We're actually, that system is actually directly written in the Constitution.
How is it illegal?
Because in the Constitution, like religion, the educational system was to be run by the states and only the states, and not be connected in any way to the central government. Which right now, that's what it is. It's directly working with the central government in establishing the national.
If it's illegal, how is it happening?
Good question, Emma. That's a really good question. And I'm not being sarcastic. Why is it happening? Because we're letting it. That gets down a whole political thing. The people that we keep in office that have power, that don't have accountability may run the wrong direction. I'm not making any opinion, but I'm just saying, you're asking a question, and that's kind of the thing that happens. You let things go unattended to, and it's our job to attend to these things. If the people aren't doing the right job, we got to get them out and put new ones in. That's the whole concept. So on that premise, the educational system as it's structured is illegal. That's why it's so easy for this administration to be able to break it down. And they're literally dismantling the educational system as it sits today. Now, with that said, any questions so far yet? Do you understand what I'm saying there? Yeah,
No
I know you
questions.
don't. No questions, or you don't understand, or both?
I'm keeping up.
All right. Yeah, no, I figured that. Just want to make sure. The educational system's being dismantled as it currently sits, meaning the whole national educational board and directives and bureaucracy that sits there on a national level is now going away. A lot of it already has. So this timing and with Doge, whatever your political leanings one way or the other, or whether they're doing things wrong or right, that's not the point of this discussion. Those two programs, though, potentially directly account to this idea I have. And Doge, we spend $17.6 trillion a year. We spend that much money every year and more. What you don't have is you don't have a lot of you have a lot of ability to see money that's being able to be changed over. So nobody likes programs, but this is a program that I'm thinking of. You get a whole situation where you build within communities and within the school system itself. As kids are growing up through the school system, you have a number of counselors. I like the European method better of schooling education than the US method. But putting that aside, this is a difference. This is an addition to the same exact school system we have. But what it does is you start looking, you have counselors, and literally you need to have an army full of counselors, multiple at each school, so that they're learning the kids and then can pass that information on. And that way the kids, as they grow and develop, start working towards an education that is within their sphere of emotional attachment, their sphere of interest. And that will always make somebody better along the way, or do what they're doing better if they have a high level of interest, right? What's the old saying? Find something, find a hobby and make it a job. So that works along that way. That's kind of how the Europeans operate. I mean, you could drop out of school. You'll be interested in this, Emma. Did you know that in the UK, you can be out of high school, done with it, completely done with that education at 15? You make that decision. I know, it's bizarre. But that's
You can
because
still drop out here. Do you mean like you can be finished with senior year, like
correct.
when you're 15?
You can
My
legit
dad
now
did
here you're dropping out, but that means you're just quitting. You're dropping out. You're not there. It's a path that you take that finishes at 15 because you designed that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it has a lot to do with OI. Has a lot to do with the digital world today. It's a lot more. I work with 3 or 4 or 5 people that are under the age of 15 that run companies in automation. Right now, I work with them. One guy that's from the UK and now lives in Greece, right on the water, with his brother. They have a company. His brother's 19. He's 16. He just split off and started in another branch. I'm sorry, 15. He just started another brand. So there's some really interesting ways in which the European educational system directs kids to athletics. A lot of soccer players, football players in Europe, they go to athletic schools very early, musical schools very early. We kind of are starting to do that now. Like you're going to a school of arts, music. Which one was it?
Arts.
Yeah, so we're kind of mixing all that in, but that becomes then more of a private kind of program. What I'm talking about is that, in other words, really starting to, through the parents' guidance and through the educational system's information, we're really starting to, interesting. We don't have, it's a Sunday. Might be a bit of a light day today, Emma. Sorry. Might be a little light today. Anyway, plus I want to add to the fact of that, of counseling. So there's 70, I don't know if you know the statistics, 70% of Americans have are battling some sort of mental health, like depression. People live day in and day out with depression. 70% of Americans, and really almost the world, really. Did you know that? Ish?
Yeah.
So that should all be stuff that's being worked on along the way and with counselors, because here's the thing is we need to have a better population of the great middle class. some kind of program like that where you're adding that counselor part, that aspect in that's not only, how many times have you met with your counselor, Emma, at school?
I don't think I met with my counselor like at all.
So 0. So you're going into your junior year, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Junior year. You're going into your junior year. And this is usually the first time that, like, halfway through, you'll meet with your counselor in school. And it has to do with, what do you need to get finished for college? And these are your options. And sorry, it's really hot. I was going to try and stay somewhat formal, but that ain't happening, man. I'm just burning up. It's 103 right now. 107 right now. Sorry. I know. I'm living in middle America, man. I'm living in where the weather all sits and plays games and has fun and makes noise. So what do you think of that? I mean, I know it's kind of a broad brush that I left out there, but what do you think about that kind of a program where we can pull from monies that we have other places, keep not raising, but then raising the abilities of the American people, strictly direct, and the school part is starting them off, but then the grown-ups that are already there, community centers, same kind of programs. Even we can tie money into it somehow. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. I see where you're going with it. I think it's a good idea.
How well, I don't know if you'd even have a concept of this, is how accessible or acceptable it would be within the governmental systems.
Ask that again.
How much do you think we could get it through and at least listen to within the educational systems as it develops now? Or do you even have a concept of that, really? I mean, may not be a fair question.
No, I don't.
All right, you got to give me something here, girl. You got to feed me something. I'm trying to feed things out, and you're.
Well, you're talking about education system,
I
and
know.
I'm still in school. Like,
Yes.
I'm just trying to get through school. Like,
And so you're trying to get through school. Give me some beef here. Give me something. We just lost our last watcher for the moment. Give me something to work with to what kind of things cross your mind? I mean, last week, just a couple days ago, we got into some subjects specifically about communication between kids. I want to kind of dive into some school. Give me some random thoughts about what you're going from one school system to another. You know why? It's a pretty specific reason, and maybe we'll be going back. But aside from that, just in school, where do you think the things, fill in some blanks here? Where do you think the things fall short? Where do you think it's good? What's the best thing about it besides when I used to be asked that when I was 8 years old and I said recess?
best thing about school?
Yeah.
I think knowing that, like, I'm getting a future with it. Like, I have plans for college, and knowing that I'm, like, stepping up. Like, I know that I'm growing, and each year, like, it's something different, and it's more time
Fair
for me
enough.
to grow and do that. I don't really like school personally, but, like, I like getting my good test scores and getting my good grades, so it's moving me up.
What are you taking this next semester? This coming up?
I got my schedule. I don't know where it is, but I have photography, math, some type of history, and I don't know what else.
Photography. First year of photography, isn't it? Or is it, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, I mean, I know you have to take an elective, and that's obviously a good elective. Man, it's really dark. Am I really looking dark out to you?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna come off here. Tell me, what made you get into photography as far as that elective?
Because this school, it's like an art school, so like you have to pick excuse me, you have to pick a somewhat artsy school, and I'm not into drawing or none of that stuff or painting, so I saw photography, and I think that it's a good opportunity. I could get a nice little camera and like take pictures of nice things.
Yeah, yeah, that's a creative thing, and
It was either
especially
that or dance.
dance. I like dance. Did you want to do you want to dance?
I do, yeah. I wanted to do both of them, but I wasn't able to do both of them, so I just went with photography because I'm already going to be going back into volleyball, so it's like it was I wasn't crazy about it because I'm already going to do a sport.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that talk about a sport. Dance would definitely keep you busy and fit. Yeah, no doubt about that. So when do you start volleyball?
I don't have like a certain date. I'm trying to look for
Are you
places.
doing club?
I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly. I think I will do a club. I want to try to join a team, but I need to start practicing before going into a team because I don't want to go into a team and try out blindly because I haven't played volleyball in probably about like a year or two. So I'm just looking for places right now and seeing how much they are and when their practices are and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a couple around you. I mean, you talked about it earlier, didn't you? There's
A,
a few
a
around
little
that you have.
bit.
Yeah, there's a
There's
little bit of
like
help there.
3 places over here.
Got to get down to Huntington Beach to really get the volleyball level to another place, right?
Yeah,
I love volleyball. That's such a great sport.
it
You ever
is.
play sand? Did you ever play sand?
No.
That's a lot of fun.
What is it?
Sand volleyball?
Oh, like at
Yeah,
the beach?
beach volleyball. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I guess beach
I
volleyball is a
I
better.
played yeah, I played beach volleyball before.
It's a lot of fun, huh?
Mhm.
So, well, Boomer just popped in. Say hi. Um, so what are you doing the rest of this weekend? What are you working on there? Are you working on your nails? Is that what you're doing right there?
Oh, no, my bracelet broke. It was the one that my mom gave me for my graduation. She gave me
Oh,
this necklace, this butterfly
oh,
necklace.
yeah. You wear that all the time. I've
Yeah,
seen
I
that.
wear it all the time, but I have
Yeah.
a matching bracelet with it and it broke. Like,
Ah,
and I'm trying to fix it because I'm
what
upset about it. I like this bracelet a lot.
is this? What is it? The chain itself broke
Yeah,
of the bracelet.
yeah, like where because it's like the chain and then the attachment broke to the chain. So like I just have the attachment just randomly here. Where did you go? Okay, well the
Stop
attachment broke.
it! Stop doing that. Just keep going. I'm trying. Look at how dark I am. I do not like this lighting at
Well,
all.
you
I don't know
just
what.
you just left, and I was like, "Hello, what happened?"
Well, I know, but I told you I do that every once in a while. I told you before.
Okay. Well,
You
the
know what? Next
little
time, I'm when you say, "Oh, you left," and then you're gonna keep talking. I'm not even gonna come back on and harass you.
I was gonna continue talking. I was just like, "Oh, okay, bye, I guess." But this little attachment right here broke to the chain, so I'm like really trying to fix it because I like this bracelet a lot. I'm scared to come back.
You're not giving me enough time to work on my light. It's a little better though. This is a little better, right?
It's fine. At least you're not in the full on dark.
I know I was really dark a little bit ago, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Take so much screwing around with this light. I wish I had something like your setup where it's just like, oh, it's perfect.
It's
I,
because my things
yeah,
are free.
yeah, you have some really nice bright lights in the background. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take this off. So wait, give me a second there, because I don't see any comments yet. So what's going on? What's up with your girlfriend? Don't say any names. Don't say any school names. I talked to Pops the other day. You know what I mean. But how's your friend that I know really well? That was
She's good.
everything's okay.
She's yes.
Okay. Oh, that's good news. That's a good relief. You guys hanging?
Not yet, but today is her birthday, so
Oh,
yes.
well, do me a favor.
Huh.
Would you be willing to sing her happy birthday right now? Happy birthday
No.
to you.
She's not gonna watch this.
I know, but I always do that
If
with
she
her.
would, I would sing to her. I'd give her a little shout
Give her
out.
a little love.
Yeah. But I am planning to see her.
Awesome. Today?
Yeah. I don't think today because she's probably busy.
She's
But
probably got a thing going. Yeah, I bet.
mhm. But I'm hoping next weekend, maybe
Nice.
before school starts.
And then you guys aren't going to be going to the same school now, huh?
We've never went to the same school, like never.
Oh, she didn't go to the other one?
No, she lives out in where I used to live.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
and you guys didn't go to school then. She was she lived across
No.
in debt.
No.
How did you guys hook up? I guess I don't know that.
I had a neighbor friend when I lived over there, but it was Boys and Girls Club after school program. I went there in elementary, and that's where I like met
Love that
her.
program.
Yeah.
Love that program. Your
I wanna
dad
work
was in
there.
that. Ah, to the same one? Do you have one close to you?
I do, and I applied, and they were like, "You have to go through a program since you're a kid. Like, we can't hire kids, so
Right.
um, I went in the program, and hopefully they get back to me."
Oh, nice. So have you gone through the program then yet, or you've applied to go through the program?
I applied.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing all the stuff, man. That's what it takes to be a. Look at that. Dang, this is really bugging me. All right. What can you talk about for about 4 minutes? What can you give me about 4 minutes of time? You want to get into some makeup stuff? I know you can talk about
We
that.
can just ask me some questions, and I'll go.
All right. What do I want to about what? What topic?
Whatever. If you want to talk
Whatever.
about makeup, if you want to talk about clothing or whatever.
I'll tell you what. The other day we talked about the clothing that isn't when it's a trend. If you like it, you're still being, remember this subject?
Yes.
If it's a trend,
Yes.
but you like it, you're still being honest,
Right.
true to yourself, authentic.
Right.
And then you talked about a trend that you hoped would go away pretty quick. And you just described the high waters.
Yes.
Why don't you put on your fashion designer hat right now and tell us, educate me on what's the trends going on now? What's hot now? What's going on? And I'm going to be
the
listening.
2000s. Okay. The 2000s, like back like what my mom used to wear, like the low rise and the flared jeans, or like the low rise sweatpants that are flared with the print on the back, and like it's a lot of 2000 things like mini skirts and stuff like that that are really getting back into style, which I love because it's cute. I personally think it's cute. But yeah, I think those are going really back into style and coming back to a lot of stores. Like every store that I've really went to for back to school, it's been a lot of 2000s and stuff like that.
So throwback, yeah, I was you were throwback is kind of back in style then. I remember.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, remember tie dye? I don't know. That's still not around.
Yeah.
Like, but
I remember
for a little
tie-dye.
while-
Tie-dye was a thing for a little while. I used to do like little tie-dye shirts and shoes.
Yeah, and then the big bell bottom pants. That I think came back, or maybe I'm wrong, but I thought
Bell
because
bottom, like the baggy pants.
at the bottom, and then they're like low on the hips.
Yeah,
they-
like the flared leggings where it's skinny and then it's a little out that way and then it's low
Yeah.
rise. Yeah.
Yes.
Those have came back, and my mom was really excited about that. Whenever we were going back to school shopping, she was like, "Oh my gosh, the store has like throwback in 2000s," and I was like, "Okay, let's go," because she gets so excited, like to.
That goes back to the 60s, believe it or not. I mean, literally in the 60s, that was
No,
all
but it's that
tie-dye.
certain style. They have that certain style from like 2000s that they're like selling now, like that
So
certain.
it's a style of within that look,
Yeah,
you're saying?
yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. And what are the colors that are big now? What are we at? We're at summer. So what's in from that aspect? I mean, what kind of colors and fabrics work right now that people are liking? Is it that sophisticated, or does it get that much, or do we need to
I mean,
roll
I think
into
that it's like every color.
eyelashes?
Well, I think that it's every color, but it's like more dimmed down colors, like not super, super bright. I think that a lot of people like pink, brown, and yellow. A lot of people
Okay.
like those. I see so many pink items, and I have a lot of pink items. So,
Pink has been, I've
yeah.
seen a lot of pink, yeah. So earth tones and pinks, whereas a few years ago there was more like neon stuff, right? There was a little
Hmm.
brighter colors, almost some
Yeah.
neon in there. That was kind of big, especially on the hoodies where they had, whatever symbols and those kind of things were a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you um, do you think that I'm trying to see how this would roll? Do you think that the the clothing is getting more conservative, staying the same, is getting, because it goes through some real, in the same times that we just talked about with tie-dye, there was a lot more or less sexuality within, the clothing industry and all that. What are your thoughts are going there?
With sexuality.
Like the conservative, more, is it clothes getting a little more conservative, a little
I
less
don't know. I don't know
conservative?
what
Um,
conservative means.
conservative, meaning you know more sexuality or less sexuality. Being more conservative is being more I don't know, less willing to to be natural within your own body. Does that make sense? I don't want to take this too far. If it gets too much for, I'm gonna have to just drop it, because I don't know how to. I don't want to get too much into that, but I'm just curious if you think that, there's been a time where girls were really getting, and we've talked about this on social media, are getting and I think it's a girl thing, are getting more and more uh, their art, their craft is their their body movements and their style and their midriffs and all of that. There's no judgment here. I'm just trying to get an idea if those are things that are ever thought about, because how does that come through? You would think it'd be the advertising agencies that get the trends of what people want, but sometimes I think that the advertising agencies tend to try and create the trends so that people will follow them. What do you think about which way that actually does happen?
About like trends and how clothing.
Where that comes from and who drives it?
Social media. I think social
Yeah.
media is a big part in literally everything. Um, I think social media has a big part in it because people are watching social media every day and seeing things that are like in trend and people are starting to wear. Like once you start seeing it multiple times, you're like, oh, this is a trend. No, maybe I should get it or stuff like that. Like people will be like, oh, for instance, like Hollister is selling this, and this item, and a bunch of people are posting about how Hollister is selling this item, and a bunch of people want to go and get that item.
Who's Hollister?
Oh, it's
Is
a
that a
like it,
store?
yeah,
What are the big stores? What is Hollister? A clothing store?
yes, yes.
So it'd be like let's see, what's the latest, like five, like Levi's, or it's it's a store that carries a bunch of different name
Yeah,
brands. Okay.
yeah. Well, no,
Um,
no, no, not a different bunch of different name brands. It's its own name brand and sells its own things, but
Okay.
it's a clothing brand that sells like pants, jeans, shirts, sweaters, and yeah.
And that's the hot brand of the that currently.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a. I mean, I don't think when you and I went out, we went through this already a year and a half ago. Was Hollister one of the things that we took a look at? I don't
No,
think so. Were they big then?
we were at a fancy mall. I don't think Hollister was over there.
So Hollister is kind of just the everyday type of
Kind of, yeah.
people's
I mean,
wear.
like it's expensive and it does have like certain things, but it's not as like popular as all those stores were in that mall that we went into.
What are the more popular stores nowadays?
Well, Hollister's starting to get really popular. Aeropostale, um, a lot of cheap stores too, like Fashion Q or Shein. Um, like shoe stores like Journeys or um Coach is getting like a lot of attention right now.
Coaches, meaning purses and
Yeah,
wallets and
they
wow,
have really
they made a comeback. They were
they
big back in the day, and then they got really flat, like over the last 10
they
years.
have really cute like jewelry and bags. Like
Ah,
they have a lot of cute things right now, and a bunch of people are really liking it.
that's I good because I like Coach personally. I bought a lot of Coach, not for me, although I do have a Coach wallet. But but yeah, I really liked Coach there for a long time. And then it just kind of went nowhere, and I didn't hear about it. So I'm glad to hear that's back. What kind
Yeah,
of what's the big makeup trends do you think? Like, remember we were talking about the eyelash place, and there's an eyelash bar here in town.
yeah,
There's actually two of them.
an eyelash
Uh,
bar.
yeah,
It's called a bar.
there's one that's called the bar, and the other one's called the lounge. I think. What was the one I showed? Depot. I think it was that was Eyelash Depot, wasn't it? I sent you a picture of it. I forget which it is, but yeah, there's and you could tell the ones that have or don't have and use. Obviously, it's a younger and younger trend. It's. I mean, think about it though. That's always been around. It's just never been so well. Maybe it has been as young. Look at the Egyptians. Remember what they used to do for fashion and their thing? I mean, you've heard it in the history books, right? They'd go to the point of their kids' heads would make.
Oh, and the big stretched out lobes or lips or stretched out necks.
Yeah, that's always been around. Now before it was within the village. I wonder how much pressure that is compared to like social media, because within the village, like that's just, I mean, everybody is there. It's 100%. Social media is a lot bigger, so it's most of them, but that's 100%. Imagine I mean, you didn't have a choice. It just was what it was, right?
Um, yeah.
Emma, you're just all over it today, aren't you? You're just kind of
No,
chilling. Come on,
it's a
girl, give me some
Sunday.
energy.
It's a Sunday, and I was up until like 4 or 5 last night.
Whoa, hey, what? 4 or 5 in the morning last night? You mean this morning?
No, this morning.
What were you doing up so late? Not that it's any of my business. I just
Um,
want to know.
I got back home at like 10, and then I was talking to my mom for a little bit. I got something to eat, and then I went to watch like a 2 hour long movie.
Oh. What do you guys watch now? Are you Netflix people?
A little bit, yeah. Also like Prime and
Right.
my mom doesn't have Peacock, but I do.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing pretty soon. I, I've always been, cable, but now, Austin was the first one to talk to me about that. Was we have this, and this, and then with your phone you have all that, or your computer. It's like TV and entertainment is totally different nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say? I'm gonna go jump in the pool. It's burning hot. It's actually a little cooler now. It's a little bit nicer now. As you can tell, I'm not having to dab my forehead so often. But I'm gonna go jump in the pool. You're gonna get some rest here at some point. And, in the meantime, have a good time. You know how much I love you. I love you, girl. And
I love you too.
as a final thought, what do you want to say to me? Because it's just me and you. We're just hanging out.
What do I want to say to you?
What do you want to say to me, girl?
Learn some tricks in the pool.
I will do that.
Okay.
Love you a bunch. Have a great day. Peace out. And
Bye.
I'm out.
Okay. Why do you only disappear and I don't?
Oh, don't leave. Oh, dang you. You little chicken. You're a chicken. All right. Now I'm out. Oh, no, I'm not going to go out. Hold on. Listen to this, guys. Hold on. Hello? Hold on. Say that again. You know, you're on the live stream. I didn't really leave. I was just coming back when you jumped off. I said, no. I was just kidding. And now you're just recording onto the live stream because I'm back on. I'm gonna end it now though. Hold on a second.
I was like, why did you only leave? And I remember that happening last time, so I waited a little bit and I was like, oh, I'm just stuck here. And I didn't know what to do.
Well, hold on.
Before you leave, if you'd like to watch another one of the podcasts, click the first link in the description. We love having you here and we appreciate all your support.
And with that, producer Barbie and I are out.